Sometimes we hear code words or phrases in the Bible that take on special meaning. You have to be an insider, so to speak, to know what is being said. One of the code phrases is, his hour had not yet come. We who are in the know understand that to mean that it wasn't time for Jesus' torture, crucifixion, death, and resurrection. The writers of the Gospels are looking back in order to know that he was continuing to act openly and seemingly in defiance of the opposition of the Jewish leaders, who would like nothing better than for him to just go away, to disappear, maybe even to die. And the writer, in this case John, can see this in retrospect because he knew that it was Jesus who gave himself up. He was the one who chose the time of his death. He knew because he was sent by the Father, and the Father would tell him when his time had come, not anyone else. So he did not live in fear and was able to speak and act openly to continue the mission given to him when he was sent to earth. Fear is usually what keeps us from acting or speaking openly in the midst of others. Fear of being rejected or not being accepted. Fear of being laughed at. Fear of opposition. Fear of offending others. Maybe even fear of death. And because we don't act or speak openly, the kingdom of heaven on earth is delayed in coming. We might say to ourselves, let someone else speak up or act on this. I'm going to wait until there's enough others who have joined in so that I won't be the only one out on the limb by myself. If what we are considering doing or saying is of God, then it won't matter if others don't approve. If it is not of God, then there is something that we can learn from the experience that will make us a better person and show us a better way. If it is not our time, then any fear or even death has no hold on us. We learn from what Jesus did and said by studying how he lived on this earth. A number of years ago, I was studying to become a permanent deacon in New Orleans. I knew I was called to vocation and was giving my whole heart and soul to the studies. But something went terribly wrong, and I had to withdraw from the program. My time had not yet come. But I was angry and confused that I had misread the signs from God. Looking back, I can see that I was not ready or prepared to enter into the life of being a clergy. I had to grow and develop in many ways before God would deem me ready to take on the stole of the diaconate. I couldn't see it at the time. It's only in hindsight that I can realize God's wisdom. Yes, I was called way back then, but I needed patience, perseverance, and sacrifice in my life before the time was right for me. We are not as in tune with the Father's will as Jesus was. So it may require struggle on our part to let things play out to their ultimate conclusion. God's plan is so much better than ours, as Jesus knew. Nothing